Hello? Hello, hello? Hey guys, I'm back. How are you guys? Everything okay? Just advertising a bit the stream on few places. Facebook, Merci, and similar. I will do it also on the Unreal channel. I don't think it's too annoying. I mean, I'm just posting there every like 2 days or so. So just one small post every 2 days. I think it's fine. Should not be too annoying. Hello, welcome. Yes, I'm good. Thanks. I'm good. Looking forward to continue our work. On the engine. Would be nice maybe to make a post as well on Unreal forums. I think that everyone is interested, you know, to know what is going on, and the fact that someone streaming anyway on Unreal, I think could be interesting to multiple people. What do you think is the best place to advertise? C++ gaming programming, rendering, animation, content creation. Maybe under C++ gameplay programming, right? I think we do a lot of C++. Anyway, our game is based in C++ Blueprint for sure. But let me just post there just to give someone information on what we are doing. What I want to say is that we are streaming our working session, but these sessions are in no way prepared or educational. I mean, you can learn through it, but I mean, they're not really prepared, you know. So what you see may be a lot of trial and error, right? Yeah, educational professional stream. I mean, it's not an educational professional stream, but definitely you're welcome to join. Yeah, the schedule of the streams is on our web page here. So I'm also mentioning the web page of PlanShift where we have, say, just a second, I'm just doing all this stuff, but I think considering I'm putting some effort into this, I would like to be sure it is advertised, so whoever wants to join, you can join. I do a link, not automatically linking. Nearly with you, huh? Just a second. Just a second. Okay. We posted it. Okay, nice. So, what's the plan for today? Let's stop the music for a second. What's the plan for today? Well, if you have seen the number 14, right? Number 14 was yesterday, so it is still named number 14, but I will change it very soon. Yesterday we did a very short stream in which we tried to do some conversion of models from 3ds Max to Blender, Blender to Unreal, Unreal to Blender and such. And actually what we have found out is that we need someone to actually help me on that, because at the moment, let's say the conversion of the rig, mainly of the rigs, of the skeleton, is not working really well, unfortunately. And it seems that we cannot easily convert the rigs. Obviously the geometry is fine, has always been fine since whatever, 15 years or 20 years. Converting geometry, like pure geometry, is absolutely no problem at all. But between any CAD system, you know, any so from Maya, 3ds Max, and going back and forth, but to Blender, to whatever. But when you start to have bones and rigging and animation and weighting and all of that, unfortunately, FBX is one of the, say, most relevant formats for this. Is not really working as expected, so it's not working as we want. So we tried yesterday to convert few file. We got a character here which is taken from the internet, which is just a free model I was testing with, which is this guy, and unfortunately the file to export was extremely big, like 400 megabytes, right, for this little guy. So, well, maybe he has a high detail. I didn't even check, let's say, in wireframe mode how detailed it is. Yeah, for sure it's very detailed. I mean, the face is detailed, but still, I mean, 400 megabytes for this model in FBX seems a bit too much. Maybe there is some wrong geometry here in the mouth, which seems to be extremely detailed, maybe too much. Like we have every single teeth, right? But anyway, so we tried to export this. Unfortunately, it didn't work. We tried to export another model, which was this wolf model, This one worked a bit better. These were just few tests that we did to see if you could actually use Blender for real, right? And I spent, I don't know, 1 hour or 2 hours on that. What is the triangle count? I don't know, I can check. I can check what is the triangle count of this, of Vincent. Does it say the triangle count anywhere here? It should, right? If I go object mode, wireframe, where do I see my triangle count? Under info? Can you guide me to triangle count? I can select, maybe when I select, let me delete this thing though. Okay, there is some extra geometry. How do I see the triangle count, Zwei? Joe Vincent. Under file I don't see it. Under info here I don't see it. Tools, create, relationship, animation, physics. What is that? I don't know what is triangle count, but looks pretty high. So looks, I don't know, 10,000. I have no idea. It looks 10,000 or more, so probably more, because like these shoes, I mean, it's not a very good model, I would say, so it's not really optimized for a game, because like these shoes here, for whatever reason, have an insane detail just on these borders, which is, I don't think is really needed, right? So yeah, it's not a great model, but anyway, it's a model that we got for free just for testing, and to me it looks like yeah, 10,000 or more, maybe even 20,000. I mean, the eyes are pretty detailed, so I think only one ball of an eye is few thousands, right? So it seems to be, I don't know, a lot. Triangles. It would be nice to get triangle counts. Let me check how we can get triangle counts. Get triangle count in Blender. Blender poly count? No. Blender, how many polygons? Yes. How do I find how many polygons? The top right menu bar in edit mode, next to where it says Blender Log, you see V add far. There is the total number of vertices, edges, and faces. Okay. So faces. So it must be here somewhere. You see it? I don't see it. I don't see it, boys. I have no idea. I don't see this. I don't see this number of triangles anywhere. But anyway, only this ball. Look at the face. Look at the fucking. Look at the mouth. The mouth is just insane. It's like millions of polygons. So yeah, maybe this model is really bad model. I mean, it's not optimized in any way. So maybe it was a bad idea to select it for export from the beginning. Okay? I'm in object, not in edit. Okay, I agree. I would like to select all. Is it Control A? No, it's not Control A. I have to do like B. There was like B, right? B, and I select. Yes, there was. I remember the B from a long time ago. So if I go to edit mode of all of this, does it tell me? Does it tell me somewhere how many triangles is this piece? I don't see it anywhere. I don't see it anywhere. But anyway, who cares? Too many triangles. It was super big, so it didn't work. We don't care. I think that we. I mean, I don't want to work on the graphics too much now. I want to work more on the code and the engine. And hello, whoever joined, welcome to the stream. So I want to work more on the code and see, let's say, yeah, finish what we were doing. Right? So where we were at the point in which we managed to properly send messages back and forth between client and server using our chat manager class, which is a class server side. We are in a dedicated server kind of setup, so we have a dedicated server connecting to a MySQL for database data. And then we have yes, and then we have the client running separately. We already tested, say, multiple accounts joining in. This seems to work okay. This is our login window. We connect as guest. We have a very raw character selection screen, unfortunately, so it's still not looking good. So we have to fix that in the future. But again, for now, yeah, the server is still going up, so it takes a bit to the client to catch up with the server going up. Okay, the server is up now. So join succeeded, as you can see, and boom, we select our character. We are in game. The graphics are still the old graphics, so we didn't do any work on the lights. So don't be too tough on this. Okay, so we will improve it a lot. I see some weird shadows up there, by the way. But okay, apart from this, we still have this kind of weird menu. We will change in the future, but it's the only way that we can say hi to this lady. We click on this, and we get back into our chat window the answer, right? Which is exactly what we needed. We wanted to have this answer. Yeah, we wanted to have this answer. So, and we got our answer. And I can say that multiple times. She has different answer, as you see, based on a kind of a randomization server side. I can say other stuff like are you and Kirukai, and she will not probably understand, but yeah, she will say you're speaking strangely, please rephrase. This is because the vocabulary that we have loaded in the current database is very small. It's just a dummy, let's say, SVN data, test server data, so there is not the real dictionary loaded in. We will load it later on, not now. And so she answered two very simple questions. And for now, yes, like in Kirukai, she knows what they are, but not much. If I ask about Talad or Lanx, I think she has no idea, right? But other NPC may answer. So this proves that the whole round between client server is working properly. Now, what we can do, we can get rid of this thing and maybe allow the chat to work, or this could be something, right? This could be an idea. Or we can, just thinking, what is the best thing to do today? We have this very ugly description window, which by the way takes forever to come up. I don't know why, but it really takes a lot of time to come up. I don't know if there is a lot of prints out or whatever, but Install is a bit ugly, but the way it is. Yeah, it's just printing on screen all the description of the character. I didn't do any window for it yet. This was just to prove that we could properly read the character description and skills and this kind of things. Right? And then everything will be part of a UI. Okay. So if you want to be, if you want to go a bit more forward, we can actually try to see if she can answer to any quest triggers, right? I think she should answer to any quest triggers, because at the moment, let me check. So first question is, does she has any quest? Okay, so this hero is called I think Meilanki, right? Meilanki is the name that we have in database. So let's see if there is any quest currently assigned to her, and if those quests are loaded properly, right? And for now we go without any chat bubbles or any predefined UI, right? We just go pure on quest script. So I have to go here, I have to check this table, and I have to check if there is actually a table. Can I rename this? No, I cannot. Okay. I have to check if any of the scripts are actually associated to our I don't know if we do it by name, right? We can do it by name. Yes. So for example, this one, I don't know if you can see it. Unfortunately, I cannot increase the size of this window, but they have this font. But our quest, I can copy it though. I can copy it and put it whatever. Put it here. Let me open a new. Okay, so there is our quest script. It's pretty simple, and basically there is a trigger which anyway will get parsed later on with natural language parsing. So you will be able to say I am lost, I feel lost, or just lost, or things like this, right? And she will be able to understand you. And then she should answer to lost with do you want a key, right? Our engine knows that the male Enki has this knowledge because it's actually loaded here, right? And I think they're loading quest already, at least I think so. I will go and check, okay, if we are doing it. I don't remember. Let's just try to say lost and see what she does. Now the problem will be trying to speak with her. Okay, let's see if for lost she has any, if she has any answer. No, she doesn't have any answer. So I think that the quest system is probably not loaded yet. Okay, so it's something we are going to investigate now. I want to see if our quest system is loaded. So to know that, to see this, we have to go into our PlanShift player controller base, PlanShift base game mode, which is kind of the start of everything. And here is where we are initializing all the different managers. Okay, so we are initializing name generators, math script, cache. I don't remember if there is a quest manager. Yes, there is a quest manager, and this quest manager unfortunately has not been initialized yet. This has not been ported, boys. This has not been ported. Okay, more work coming my way. I see it. So I mean, I think we should do it. I think it will be a very fun part when it works. Will not be very easy to port, I can tell you. So it will be a bit painful to see me porting this class. But I think, yeah, I think it's good. I think we can do this. Do you want to do it? I mean, it will be a bit painful, I tell you. There will be a lot of code and migration and things. Let's check first how big is this class, okay? Let's check how big it is. If it's super big or not. I think it's super big. Let's check anyway. Okay, so we should go under server. Remember that when you see a white window is the old PlanShift code, and when you see a black window like this is a new Unreal Engine code. So here we are in the old one. And what we are doing is searching for quest manager, right? So quest manager.h seems relatively small. Is 300 lines. Yeah, pretty easy. Quest manager.cpp though, let's see it, is 2000 lines. So this one is a bit more, you know, bit more challenging, but I don't know, I don't think it's super hard, so I think we can try to do this. So let's check just high level what this class is doing, okay, just to understand what it contains. So is able to add a response to an NPC, add a trigger to an NPC, assign quests to people, complete quests, parse all the script lines. Okay, it's able to parse the script lines, give rewards based on the result of the quest. Is loading obviously quests from the database and loading scripts from the database. So this I think is the most important part. Is able to what? To parts items list, and yes, and is able also to understand prerequisites. Okay, so all the so which quest is depending on which other quest. Yeah. So I think that we need all these capabilities. All these capabilities are needed in the new engine, right? So Vincent was about 450k triangles. Holy moly! No, 450k triangle is not a game model. At least not a game model of today. Yes, yes, yes. Well, our characters are a bit low poly, but I mean, you can in modern engines. Obviously, you can go up a lot. But let's say if we target 10,000 per character, is already insanely high, right? Is already, yeah, exactly. I think 4,000, 5,000 is a reasonable amount, right? Is a reasonable amount. More than that is, I mean, we are really putting at risk the compatibility, um, with older graphics card and such. So we should not do it. Okay, just give me 1 minute or 2 minutes. Just do a pit stop in the bathroom. 1 second, and I'm coming back, and I'm drinking some water, and I'm coming back. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. I was just thinking. We want to port this class as soon as possible. I mean, as quick as possible. So I will just go quick. I will try to go as quick as I can importing this class. And let's see where we get. So I have to take it from the old plane shift code. right? And let me check, where is it? It is under, I'm checking on another screen, is here, is under Crystal Space, right? Yeah, it's under Crystal Space because it was inside the engine directory. And let me just check I have the latest version, because I think I didn't update in few days. The reason is that, yeah, you see this version, we are at revision 10,000 in the old PlanShift code base. So I checked in the 10,000, the 10,000, yeah, 10,000 checking. Did you see? I don't know if you've seen this, but it's very, yeah, I think you've seen this. If you are, I mean, most of you are following us since a long time, but wait a second, I wanted to show you this. I wanted to show you this. See if I can. Where is it? PlanShift official. PlanShift official videos. I don't know if you ever. I think you, many of you have seen it, but I did some work on. I mean, I used one plugin which was pretty cool, which was showing. You can see it from the beginning, which was showing basically the code base. So there is a visual representation of the code and how the code has evolved during the years. And you can see here the date at the top. So August 2001. Nostalgic moment. And you can see the people. If I pause it for a second, you see the name of the people and the changes to the code base. So every time you see one of these guys touching an area and adding a new dot, means that they added whatever, a new class, or they did some changes, right? And it's pretty cool to see the graphical evolution like this. And you can do it for any Subversion repository. It's kind of a free tool that you can run, but it's pretty cool to see how it improved, right? You see we have our MySQL kind of branch, my client, then the sound plugin, the UI. You see all these people, right? There's also me here. If you see my name here running around sometimes, but a lot of people that were really working on different parts of the code and yes, and interacting. Yeah. I think it's a pretty cool program. They show you this, right? And then you can fast forward and go whatever you want, and you see like it is 1 year later, 2 years later, so it starts to be much bigger, and then I think there are two versions. There is another video on that, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, why I show you this, I have no idea. No, to say that yes, we have the 10,000 because yes, it's the 10,000 check-in that we did on the code base, which is yeah, kind of an achievement, 10,000 check-ins. So we need to take from the server side quest manager .h and quest manager.cpp, and we want to copy it into our why this thing is so big. No, it's not this one. We want to copy it into source server, and then here, okay, quest manager and quest manager, and then we put them into our new code here under server, right? This is what we want to do. Okay, now this means that the code will not compile anymore, so we remove the GPL license, because we don't want at the moment to be bound to the GPL license. We will choose a license sooner or later. We keep the original copyright, the original date, just because it's cool. It's very vintage, you know. It's very retro gaming. It's very retro gaming. Yes. So this thing will never, at the moment, is never compiling. We need to check the dependency. So we have, okay, this dependency here. We have, so all of this can go away. All these are not used anymore. They were all the crystal space thingy. Of this, I think we have a few that are existing, but not too many. Like dictionary, for example, is there. PS item is there. Character loader is there. All of this, I think we should have. The majority of this, like string, log, server console, XML parser. I don't know about these two. Maybe we have the event manager. The majority of these are not there anymore, right? So let's start with the .h, which is the easiest. In theory, should be the easiest. Let's start from this one. Okay. So first thing first, all CS string to F string. That's the first easy change that we can do. We can do it. Yes, full words and case. There are 42 only in the .h. Wow. Okay, let's do it. Let's do the same substitution also in the .cpp. And there are 131. Okay. Then we have the same problem with PS string. PS string is another old class that we are not going to use anymore. It should be substituted everywhere with an F string. And the same in the CPP file. Wait a second. CS string. No. PS string, okay, here there are 6. Okay, we don't use too many PS strings, so that's fine. Now, the next is to, I think, go by line, boys. We go line by line and we change it. So there is a T array which is pointing to this. There is an F string is okay. Cache manager. We actually have our global cache manager, so I think we can remove this. And we will use our global cache manager. PS Quest, this one will probably have to be imported as well. I don't think we have today imported a Quest object, and this can be a bit of a pain. Let's see in the old code when this PS Quest. Do we have PS Quest? Do we have PS Quest? I think we have it in our parking lot. Ah no, we have it. We have it ported already. Nice. That is very good. Yeah, we have it. We ported PS Quest already. So it's pretty nice. We have a CS string array. The CS string array is just converted to just a T array of strings. Let me just check if we have any other indication of this. Yes, it's a T array of F string, right? So no problem on that. So we can convert it to a T array of F strings. What else? Here we have another CS array. Maybe we can do just a substitution, right? Let's do it. I mean, all of this, change to this, match word, and we do it also in the CPP. I'm going quick because it's a painful, it's a painful process, and I don't think you want to watch this for too long. So I will try to be as quick as possible, so that you don't get mad at looking at me doing this. Dictionary. So we need to put just the PS Unreal at the top of our CPP. That is required by Unreal, and it has to be the first include of the class. What else we have? Yeah, T array. I think it will come now. So we can do the same substitution also with PS array. Even if I think there will be some functions that we use there in PS array that we will have to port, most likely. Let's see. IntelliSense is still going on, so we have to wait a few seconds. Well, actually like 40 seconds that shows up. Now CSTX we substitute with time t. Also this can be a full substitution. We can do a full substitution here, and we can do a full substitution here. CSTX time t for occurrences. Okay. So the small red dots you see on the right side are the issues that we have. Why CSArray? We didn't convert this yet? No, we didn't convert this yet. So we should do the same with CSArray. CSArray is very simple. It's just a T-array. We can replace all. We can do the same in Quest Manager. CSArray, T-array, boom, 10 substitutions. And we are good. Then last error, this is returning last error. We just have to check what is this. Is an f string. Okay, it's an f string. So I think we should change this to f string. We should remove the get data, which is a very old method we are not using anymore. We can search last error here. Okay, it's not there obviously because it was already declared. Okay, maybe let's give like 40 seconds to IntelliSense to actually parse the file and tell us what is left, right? What is left in terms of errors. Hello, whoever joined. Thanks for joining and welcome. We are let's say a bit deep into a C++ conversion from old code to new code. Yes, we are waiting IntelliSense to give you some information. There it is. So IntelliSense is finding only one last error. Pretty cool. F is not identified. So there is some other problem before this, I think, like maybe a missing include file. So bulk object PSQuest, I think it exists, right? I don't know if message manager is existing. Wow, super slow. I don't know what it's doing. It's thinking a lot. Hey, if you just joined and you want to say hello in the chat, I will appreciate just to know that you are there. And if you want to speak, you can register a Google account because otherwise you cannot really speak. So PSQuest is there, Message Manager is there as well. So we have both of these classes. I don't understand why he's still complaining about fstring. Okay, he's not complaining anymore. I think it was just IntelliSense going a bit crazy. So the .h we ported, but obviously the .h is the easy one. Now let's go and see merge trigger menu. Says it's not implemented. Okay. Let's go and see the CPP. Okay, the CPP will be tough. You see on the right side? If you see on the right side, everything is red, so we don't have a single line that it freaking likes. But it's okay, it's okay. We will get through this one line at a time. So PS database event manager.h. This PS database, I don't think we need it, right? Because we have our SQL something. I think we have to change it to SQL wrapper.h, right? I think we did the same everywhere. Let me just double check, but I think we have yes, a SQL wrapper. There is the database pointer, so we do it here as well. Now event manager, this one, event manager, I don't think we have. I don't think we have ported yet an event manager. Right? Let me check, but I think we didn't. No, we didn't, so we can just comment that out for now. Character loader exists because he found it. PS item exists, he found it. Dictionary.h, he found it. So All of those are good. Now quest manager is okay, gem is okay, cache manager is fine, net manager I think doesn't exist. Alright, doesn't exist, so this one we will have to comment out. PS server as well, client doesn't exist anymore. Events, I have no idea, but I think it doesn't exist. Entity manager we don't have yet. And globals doesn't exist. Okay, so player group, I don't think we can do player groups or buddy list or friends yet. Let me check if we have, no, we didn't import this yet. So everything that we did import we just comment out and we will see later. Uses experimental optimized pre-parser. Wow, is one in the code, so I guess our experimental optimized pre-parser is actually working, right? Hey Joken, welcome. How are you? How did you find us? I want to know, how did you find us, my friends? Okay, so there are few definitions here which are missing. Let's get them from the old code and see. I had it just in front of me, but anyway, let's see where those are defined. Okay. Wow, that's a long one. Message types. But it's a subscription thing. Now the subscription thing we don't need. Okay. With this thing we don't need anymore. We are not subscribing to messages, at least not for now. Then maybe later on we will do it, because I think it was a pretty smart design by one of our old friends. Pig, I think I remember the name for sure. Now if I can associate it to someone, I have no idea. Tell me what you were doing. Tell me what you were doing. Were you a player, a developer? You were helping me? You were helping someone else? I don't remember. Tell me what you were doing. But we are here, huh? We are alive. We are alive. You cannot get rid of me so easily, you know. I'm very resilient. I'm very, very resilient, so cannot get rid of me so easily. Quest DB select. Why the select it doesn't like? Because it's query instead of select. Because we just want to make our life harder, we changed it. It's fine. Let's see if there are any other select so that we change them all in one run. Let's see if there is any other select. Yes, there are a few. So this one I think we can just substitute select with query anyway. So as long as it's a single word and it's the right case, we can do this without big issue. Okay, there are only 3. It's fine. Then we have a lot of printouts. I think we can do all the printouts now. Okay, it's a kind of a long work, but it's fine. We can do it. ulog. All these become ulog. We should just check if they are warnings or errors. This one are errors, so we want a flashing thing. We want something that flashes, right? So we want an error. I think we also need a new category for quest. I don't want to print out all of this just to a random temp log something. So let's check if we have a log category. Do we have a log category for quests already? We have, yes, we have log quest, so we can use this. Perfect. Perfect. You were part of the tester team? Oh, pretty cool. Tester team. We had a tester team. Yes, we had a tester team for some time. Well, we didn't have it for a long time, but we had a tester team. We had a tester team, absolutely. And I also developed a small application on the web that you could use to test the game, right? Where there were test cases. There were test results, and everyone could run those test cases, give the feedback, and then there was a kind of a reporting system that was telling us how many tests were executed properly, how many failed, and we could take action on that. There was a very good idea, but I mean, I don't know, for an open source project maybe there was a bit too much, but yeah, when we were developing a lot, I think the testing team was definitely needed. Yeah, we are still alive. Let's say that we are reborn. You know, we are not. I mean, I think we died and we reborn in the sense that, oh, maybe we never died. No, I don't know. I think we never died, but we we have been in a kind of a waiting mode at least for a bit of time, and now we are restarting with Unreal, right? With Unreal Engine. Why all this is actually a char string. Const char string 3. Okay, so all of this is ANSI character, right? Okay, I think it's fine, but I think our yeah, we will start to have some issue here because I think the majority of this is an F string. I'm just wondering why this is not an F string. Const char 3, probably because these are quest IDs, huh? Okay. Script should be F strings. I think we need to convert this thing to be okay, one thing at a time, let's not distract ourselves. Let's finish. Let's go for the error messages first, which is the most boring thing to do, and then we can go for I just have to remember to do log quest. Let me copy this, and after we did you were working on fly spray. Yeah, fly spray tracker. Yeah, okay. So you were not that testing team. You were another testing team because actually we had a testing team which was working on an application, on a web application that I made. But so you were another testing team. I understand who you are now. I think. That's good. Yes. I mean, yeah, yeah. Int line. The only thing we should be careful is that whenever we have strings, we want to escape this, okay? But line and ID, these are all integers, so it's not a problem. So we avoid everything. We just go to the errors. We just go here, error request. There is a lot of printout because actually we are considering here all the possible, all the possible syntax errors when it's parsing the quests, and we print out a lot of information based on if the quest is properly parsed or not, and that is why we have all these printouts. Wow, there is a lot of change in this code. There is a lot of change, but it's mainly substitutions. Don't get scared. It's mainly substitution. It's not that we have to rewrite the code. It's just that we have to substitute a lot. This get data doesn't exist anymore. Let me just check if this block is an F string. Okay, if it's an F string, then we need to dereference it or it will not work. Let's do all the errors first. Yeah, it will take a bit. It's not the best to do on stream, but as I said, I'm not really looking at making educational streams. I mean, I really want to develop the game while you are here, and so whatever I have to do, even the boring stuff, I think you will somehow see it. Then I do something offline. At times, but yeah, I just want this to be online. Get text. So there's another one which is identical. Now probably someone could tell me that if the patterns that we are finding are always the same, we could probably write down a kind of a parser, you know, that is just parsing this and doing the conversion for me. That's true, but I don't know if we should do it. I'm searching all the error something, right? And then we will do another pass for everything else. For now I'm just searching every error 1, error 2 or error 3. And we are substituting with the Unreal Engine syntax. What is this? Optimize preparser. Okay, pretty cool. There is an error 4 here. There is an error 4. We should main quest get name. Why is not? Okay, I don't know why it's not, but I think this will be an F string. Line number will not be. Block will be. So then we have a format, but the format we will see it later. Debug, we will see them all later. Debug, error 2, there it is. So there is a small error here. Get data safe, we don't need. And last error, what is last error? Last error is I think it's a global variable, it's a variable on the class, right? Last error is an F string anyway, so we have to do this. Debug, we don't care. Error 2, get a save, dereference it. Error 2, close this. Block is also an F string, so we dereference this one as well. Another error. Yeah, it's a lot of this, because as I told you, it's just parsing the text, so it's just parsing the quest script, so there is a lot of this. Error 2, and last error again. Good to see still there in progress. Look, wouldn't creating wrappers for debug 2 HL be easier just for the stuff? Well, in theory, yes, but I don't want to have a mess of the code. Yes, we already have wrap. I mean, ulog is already a macro. You see this thing? If I mouse over it, it's like freaking an insane macro. And yes, I could create a macro above the macro and another function, but I want to get rid of some of the old code anyway, so I think, yeah, it's a bit annoying to do, but I think it puts us in a better position, you know. So at least this part is clean, and yeah, I definitely could, but I don't want to bring with me a lot of old code, is an F string? Yes, it's an F string. Get a save, we remove it. I mean, it's a bit of a long work, but like in 10 minutes you have done it, you know, and when it's done forever. So I think it's, at the end, I think it's fine. I feel a bit like a monkey, but like just converting like this, I feel a bit like a monkey, like moving bricks, you know, from the left to the right. But anyway, remember that every line that you see that is not giving an error is a line that we get for free from the old code into Unreal Engine, right? And that to me is amazing. Every time I see that we can import this thing, it's just amazing. It's not that different. By the way, the old code, if you look at the old code and how it was organized, is very similar to how Unreal Engine is thinking. you know, in terms of functions, names, and so it's not that different at the end. It's not that different. I was expecting this to be way more difficult, like impossible to convert, you know, like it was saying like, okay, I will have just to rewrite everything from scratch, but that's not true at all, at least for the server side. The server side, okay, the client side, yes, okay, client side, yes, but the server side is really good. Okay, where are we now? We're not at the end. I was thinking we're at the end. Error. We're searching the errors. We're searching the error 1, error 2, error 3. Pronoun, get data saved. Now, someone could say, oh, do you still like your quest system? Why don't write a new quest system? Maybe we will do, but I want to port what we have. Right? I don't want to trash all the work that we did among these years. I don't want to trash it. Say, okay, maybe the old quest system was a bit rigid, was a bit, okay, could be, yes, could be, it was a bit rigid, but we can script it, we can add, yeah, we can have actions, we can always expand it in the future, right? We could have it in a blueprint if you want, right? We could have a blueprint instead of our scripting, but I think the scripting is still pretty powerful in, as a language to for the quest, for the setting guys, for the guys that are working on the setting. I think it's very powerful. I mean, you don't need to be a programmer, you don't even need to have a real engine installed. You can just create the script by text. That was the original idea. So yeah, what do you mean it talk? Yes, you have to click on it and you have to, well, there are bubbles, so you can click on the bubble. If it's a choice, like a predefined choice, you have to choose between two choices. You just have bubbles you have to click on. But if there is something that you have like a quiz, like a riddle that is asking you something you have to type, then yes, you have to type. You have to actually type. And I really like this. I really would like to have more quests where you have to type something in, you know? Not just the brainless click on everything and you get the quest, kill 2 monsters, come back, click on everything, and you get your reward, right? So I really hate those quests. Those quests are like, yeah, very bad. To me, are very bad. I don't like them at all. Because you don't read the story, you don't read anything, you don't. Length. So we should do a mass substitution. Well, not actually a mass substitution, but we should do a substitution of all these lengths. By the way, there are so many. Why there are so many? I don't think this thing is very optimized, but with len. Now, when we should do it only if the thing is a string, right? Only if it's a string. So block, I think, is a string. Yes, is a string. Block is a string. Block is a string. Block is always a string here. Yeah, because the method in Unreal is called len, and in Crystal Space it was called length. So also here I could create, you know, a kind of a macro, whatever, but I don't want to do it. I think it would be messy. I just changed one thing. There was type, and I didn't check if type was a okay. Anyway, we'll do it later. Block. Subcommand. Subcommand is an F string as well. Subcommand block. Current block is an F string. Is an F string. src, what is it? Is an F string. Block. Source. Block. Tidy input is here. Yes, is an F string. F string, F string, F string. So we just substitute all of this. Response is an F string. Block, block, block. Pronoun is an F string as well. And that's it. Very nice. So we did all the len. We can do, I don't know, whatever you like. There are so many to do. We can do the get at are a bit annoying, but let's do the get at. This is very annoying. This is just to check if it's particular character, so we have to change the get at with actually an open bracket, close bracket. So there is a bit of typing I have to do to actually do this change, eh? Or I can just substitute this. Let's do this at least. I can just substitute this with this and find next, and then, but then I have to close it, you know, which is not very. Oops, what happened? Yes. So I can do like next, substitute, and then I have to close it. Then next, substitute. Ah! It went away. Crap. Wait a second. Yeah, because it moves to the next one. That's the problem. So line 179. Line 179. I don't know. It takes a bit. 179. Wow, the next one is 900. So there are not too many left. 179. We close this. Okay, we do next. This is 913. It's probably easier if I just do it manually, because it skips the line. Yeah, just do it manually. Let's just do this. It's easier. It's quicker. So block 3 is equal to something, I don't know what, and that's it. Okay, we got all the get at. All the get at we did. Now, what is another one that we have a lot? What is this get line? I have no idea what is this get line. But I think it was a function I think we have to change. Okay, let's do the format. The format will also be annoying. Append format. So append format in Crystal Space becomes back then you need to type chat message in the PC, react to certain keyword. No, now it's much better. Well, now meaning no. If you play the game now, you can check it, but we have chat bubbles, so it's much smarter. So you don't have to type in the chat. You have to just type where the, I don't know how to explain, but on the window there is a kind of a pop-up bubbles that pop-ups in front of you. So append format, if his format v is a mess. If his format is not too hard, it's just that we have to do what? To append an f string, print text something. So we have to do this, right? Now, is this thing assigning it to the quest name, main quest? Let me just check if append is returning a string or is changing the string. I don't know. Inline string append, constring text, this plus text, return this. Holy crap. So it's actually returning it. So if we don't do op equal, we will never append anything. Oh my god. That is so bad. That is so bad. That is so bad. This means that all our append are broken. Okay. Why I don't have it in my... Why don't I have it here? Why don't I have it here? Well, it's like this, right? So it returns the string. Let me just check, but I'm pretty sure string append. I think it returns the string. Wow, unknown error. He's saying in Italian that he had an unknown error. Okay, f-string append. So concatenation. Well, actually, we could just do plus. I don't know why we do this, by the way. Because we didn't want to type op equal plus. Yeah. Okay. Understand. We did it because we preferred it this way. But why is not the API thing? F-string append. Wow, a lot of explanation. But anyway, it returns the things, right? It returns the thingy. So it returns the f-string. So it would not return it if. So yeah. So all our append are broken. Guys, all our append are broken. What do we do now? So basically for each of this we have to do op equal to op.append, right? So we have to do this manually for freaking everything. I mean for every append line, which is very annoying. So like this one, okay, I go like this, I substitute this, and then I have to do op equal. I mean it's not that bad, but still requires all these ones are broken. All these ones are broken. Why I have append already? There was an append already originally. Yeah? Do I have? I mean, it was the append of Crystal Space the same as our append? I have no idea. I think we will have to change all of those. I think we will do another pass. So first we catch the format. No, the append format, whatever it was called, the append format, and then we will do a pass of. I think I messed up here. And then we will do a pass to fix all the appends. Okay. The problem is in how many other places in the code I will have this. I think in many. Append was FMT. Yeah, it was FMT. So we have to change this one. Boom. OP equal. Close here the parentheses. Add the parentheses at the bottom. All this stuff are all f strings, so all the get data. Well, actually, all the get data and get data save we can just get rid immediately. I mean, this is 100% garbage. It was an old way of Crystal Space to do stuff. I don't care. All the get data we can get rid of. But in our append format, I think I left one of the thingies. Right? I left one of the lines open. Huh? Yeah, I think I did. It's okay. It will give an error. So quest get name. I think quest get name is anyway an f string. Tell me about the dwarves. What do you mean? Tell me about the Thorium Gronk. What was the first ever quest? Yeah. Cyborg, it seems like you are an old player, right? I don't know exactly who you are, but I think you are an old player. Who you are? No, who are you? Because I think if you remember the first quest and things like this, I think you probably are an old player, so I should know you. So let's go for all the append format. So we do op equal. Luckily, is always op equal, so I think we will catch them very easy. We catch those very easy. Append format. It is command equal this close parenthesis. Amount levels of 0 is an f string. Okay. Is actually an f string. So command equal of this stuff. Close this. Close this. Yes. Command equal. Oja Yala Yala, yes. Oja Yala Yala was this thing of 0 is Ojaveda. Ojaveda, guys. A bit of history, please. At least Ojaveda. You cannot remember. You cannot forget it. Ojaveda, the city of the cat people. The city of the cat people. Didn't we do the format yet? No, we didn't do the format yet. We are doing the append format, huh? So don't distract me on that. We're doing the append formats. We're doing that. Words get float. We have to close this. This is getting a float. I don't know if this is even working, but we're doing all the append formats. There is a lot of text parsing because all the scripts are complete text, so only made by text. So that's why there is all this formatting and formatting and things. Parse required command. This is returning an f string. There is missing a parenthesis. Quest get name we assume is a string, but for sure is a string. For sure is a string. Substep require op. Append. We are in the middle of it. We are in the middle of this substitution. Ojaveda was released with Crystal Blue? Could be. Could be. Was released pretty early anyway. Was really okay. We finished all the append format, which is pretty nice. Now we could do a pass of get sites, which is pretty easy. So for all the vectors, all the arrays, whenever there was a get sites, we need to have num. So all the get size become num as long as this one is an array, right? There is an array. We can substitute params. Params is an array. Time info, I have no idea, is an array. Mount levels is an array. Mount levels, quality level, these are all array. Quality levels, skill levels, array. Block list, array. Block list array, block list array. Pending triggers array. Spanning triggers, spanning triggers, spanning triggers, spanning triggers, spanning triggers. Input items. Array. XML items. Array. Okay. So we're going through the substitution of all this. Ouch. What happened? No, wait. Get size, the size of element starting with 1. It means count start from 0, so the number of items is equal to minus to the counter. It means the next access. Oh my god, this explanation. Look at this comment, boys. It's like Jesus. This is an array. This is an array. So we substitute all this. Well, this is called array, so I guess it's an array. Steps, an array as well. I think get size is only used when there is an array, by the way. I don't think there is any other possibility. I'm just checking, to be 100% sure, but it looks like these are all array. Okay, I think we got the last one as well. So we have all the get size done. Our bar on the right is still completely red, unfortunately. This one is checking if one of these two is not empty. So substep require opt or response require opt. So is empty. We have to put a not. If this is not empty or the other one is not empty. Oops, what I'm doing. This one is not empty or this one is not empty. Okay. Yeah, all of this we are checking for the existence of the variable. We just need to check if they are not empty instead. So all these small errors. Do you want to do a round of debugs? Maybe we can. Why doesn't like my? Because words doesn't exist. Word array is a bit of a special thing. We will do it later. I don't want to do it now. There are a lot of formats. There are a million formats actually. Let's do the formats. The format. Sorry, but let's just type in our thingy here that our this append format. I think we have it wrong everywhere. It should be CSV equal, and it should be note the assignment in Unreal Engine, because this one really is an assignment we want to make, right? It's CSV equal, otherwise we lose it. And I think that for format it's probably the same. You see, here I is explicitly not the assignment in new, so this one I explicitly said that. I don't know, you can check the releases on Wikipedia or somewhere. Cyborg, you still didn't tell me who you are. You didn't tell me who you are. I mean, if you were working with the development team, if you were just a player, or what? You could, isn't it? So, format. So let's substitute all the format, okay? So for this one, we have to do the assignment, and then we have to do just string text. So let's go back and check all the formats. So this one become like I think I can do like a round of 4 and then do a round of OP equal, a round of 4 as well. Man, if I catch the wrong line, okay, but anyway, Then I can do a round of this and this and this and what? And a round of this, this and this. These are all F strings, so there is a million F strings. Okay, it is okay. No, this is not okay at all. Wait a second. Why I have OP equal? No, OP equal is good, but why I have OP equal OP dot F string? I mean, this is just a bestiality. This is nothing that doesn't exist. Oh my god, this is so bad. Why don't tell me, boys? Why you don't just look at what I'm doing? Okay, so I can probably substitute then. I can probably substitute the full line, so I can substitute up to here. So with the assignments, right? So that we don't mess up. Yes, exactly. This should be the way we substitute it, so we don't mess up. Char name is an F string, so it has to be escaped. This one doesn't have anything to escape, and so it's like this. Okay. Wow, so many formats. Maybe this one we can do automatically. Huh? So let's try. Substitute, 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 substitute. Yeah, all of this we can do. Then we have to do a pass of adding all the parentheses and things, but I think it's quicker if I do it this way. Okay, we got all of them. So now I think we should search for this from the beginning and see if we miss any parentheses or any escape. Why this one is not escaped? It is okay, 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 it is okay. We started from here. So all of this have to be fixed. This, 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 and this. Then we need no, that is okay. This thing are returning ints or are returning, yeah, all these are ints, so these are fine. The one that is not fine is this one. It should have to be escaped. Then then we are missing parentheses. Then we are missing, we are not missing parentheses here. How is possible? 1, 2, no, it's okay. Items is an S string, modify is an F string, so I have to escape both. Sorry, I got distracted. This one also has to be escaped and closed. And will this be an F string? I have no idea. Modifiers for sure. Modifiers for sure. Words we will have to change. Why this thing is not closed though? No, this is correct. Format. No, this is not. This should not be closed. This is weird. Okay, we will check that later. There are a few that I don't understand exactly what is the point, but there are a few that looks a bit wrong, but it's okay. Here we are just missing closing things. These are all F strings, so they all have to be escape. If you don't do escape now, it will be super long later because the compiler gives you like one by one these things. It's telling you like one by one that you have to fix them, and it's so annoying, I tell you. So it's better if we do them now, so they are all done. So they are all done. This one, F string append. Okay. That is missing the closing one. Oops, I press ins. Okay, this variable info is a t-array of 0 of F string, so this one also has to be for sure escaped. This one, where am I? I'm here. Quest name is an F string, also has to be, oops, have to be closed. This one is already closed. This one I have to close. This one variable name I have to escape. It's a bit painful, guys. It's a bit painful. Okay, I think we got them all, right? Because it restarted. Okay, so we did all the append and all the format. Which are a bit annoying to do. Now, what else we want to do? We want to do the slice. Slice, I think, is not too hard. The slice, I don't remember what was the slice. Slice 5. If there is only one parameter, yes, assume the second to be -1. So the end of the string. Okay, so we can just do right chop instead of slice. If there is only one parameter, we can do right chop. If there is multiple parameters like here, we cannot do it, so we have to skip. So let's do like this one not. Oh my god, I have to click them one by one. This one yes, this was not, this one not. Oh yes, this is a single thing. No, it's two. This one not, this one not. There are more not than yes, unfortunately, but there are a lot with 2 parameters. Really a lot. Wow. We are slicing a lot in this game. All of this can stay. This we can convert. Okay, we did all the slice with a single thing. Trim, I think it stays trim, so I think it's fine. We didn't do the formats. I mean, the one that are just format by themselves. Like, so the problem is, then we have to do all the. Let's do all the word array. I think we have to do the word array now. So word array was a kind of a class, was an old class. Words array. Word array, words array, word arrays. I don't remember what was the name. Word array. Okay, word array. There it is. Word array was a kind of an old class of Crystal Space that was basically just taking an array of words. As simple as that. So for word array, I think the conversion code is just a t array of f strings. So just simple. With space separator, verify this assumption is enough. Okay. So what it's saying is that if we split, because word array was splitting by, so words array of words triggering a string, it becomes this, right? It becomes this thing. Annoying, quite annoying. I hope there are not too many. I hope there are not too many of this, but let's say, like, for example, in this case, it becomes f-string of words, and we have to parse our string, which is this one, into an array of words, text. Okay, yes, exactly, something like that, something like that. And so this one can go away. I can delete it, I think. Well, I think it was harder, so it's not a problem. It's not too hard, right? Let me take back that one so I can just copy paste it. I think wherever we have block that we have to substitute into words like this, then we can just use exactly the same thing. Words block, they are all the same. Words block, words block, words block, all the same. Here we have an input. This is words text, so it's different, but it's easy enough. Okay, that's all the words array we have. Here I think we can have, instead of word array, we can have we can have our t array of f strings, right? Which I think is okay. Everything is still red. Everything is still red, boys. I'm sorry for the extreme amount of C++ boring substitution, but I have no other way. If you want the quests in, we have to go through this thing. Okay. So yeah. Let me check what other errors there are a lot. There is this get line. There is this free. There are the debug. We can do the debug. Okay, let's do the debug. Maybe we solve many of the red ones. So the debug becomes just ulog with log instead of, right? So we can take this and just log quest, because we want to be logging in the quest log, and then we can take this and close here and escape, because OP is an F string, I guess. I think it is. It was before, it is now. Yeah, so let's search the other debug. Debug 1, debug 2. Let's search the debug 1. We'll do all the debug 1 first. Do I need another parenthesis? Yes. Let's search the debug 1. There are no more, so we do the debug 2. We do the debug 2. There is a string, so we have to escape it. Another debug 2. Boom. String. There is no debug 2 here, which is actually inside a comment, but I think we should change it anyway. Anyway, this work is not hard at all, you know. It's just going through this with patience, with enough patience, so it's okay. It's okay. Quest ID is an ID, so it's fine. There's a lot of debug too, actually. Really a lot. Pending triggers. There is a debug 3 here. We can do it. We can do the debug 3. Get it. These are all. Yeah, these are all. So it should be fine. How much more it will take, if you ask me? I don't know, like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. Debug 2. We are printing a lot in case something goes bad, you know. So we want to ensure that if something goes bad, we know why. So that's why there are so many printouts. And we want to know exactly what went bad. Now, should we do it on the client instead of the server somehow? Maybe. At the moment, we are doing it all on the server. I mean, in these kind of games, you need the server to be the master, and you cannot allow the client to be the master of anything, because the client can be hacked. I mean, players can change the client. Mainly with an open source project, they can change it a lot. We don't want this. Parsed item list is a string. Okay, wow, there are so many of these debug too. Holy moly. Holy moly. Response text. This is still a const char, but I think we will have to change it soon. For now, let's leave it like that, but I think we will have then to do a pass of changing some of the char pointer to... Okay, we finished the debug too. Thanks. So now we need to do the bug 3. There will be a few. I don't think there will be too many. These are all F strings. Escape, escape. Bug 3. We had a very cool concept on our previous debug debug log, that we could pass in one parameter. So you see that some of these ones have a parameter like this 0, right? This 0 here. And some have, for example, the client number, the NPC name, the NPC number, things like that, which was allowing us to basically decide to filter a specific log by NPC. So give me all the dialogues all the dialogues logs, but ensuring there is only this specific NPC. Now, unfortunately, with Unreal at the moment we don't do it, so we cannot do this anymore. To tell you the truth, I think we used it very little in our whole life. We used this capability very little. I think I used it like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times overall, right? So I don't think it's worth to port it, even if it was a very cool idea. I think it was a very cool idea. What we have left, we still have a lot left. Get NPC from block. What is this? Is in quest manager. No, we need all the word array have to become all the word array here have to become T array of f string. T array of f string, right? This is what we said, and this class word array can go away. Yes, like here, for example, and that's it. There's only one. Okay. Let's see how many are left in here. No one. Okay, good. Okay, still a lot of red. Still a lot to do. But I think we're getting closer. Compare no case. Let's try to do this one. Compare no case. I think it's simple enough. Compare no case translates to returns throw if equal, f string compare add search whatever. Search in your case equals 0 to 0 if equal. Okay. No, it's not super easy to put there, but okay. So we have to wait a second. We have to take this if this thing compares to this thing equal no case 0. Okay, so this is how we should, should convert it, and it's a bit annoying to convert. because we have to do it one by one. But compare no case. Ah, there are so many. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are so many. Okay, we will do this. Get tail. I don't know exactly what is this. Words get tail. I think also this one will have to be changed, but let's do one thing at a time. Even if this one has to be put into. Let me do it for the ones that are easy, and then I will do it for the other ones. Oops. Come on. Compare no case. So we have to take this, put it here, put it here, put it here, here, and here. And then for each of those we have to copy this. Instead of add, wherever there is add, we need to put the right thingy. And then whenever we have okay, then we have to remove just this. I forgot master. Okay. This one is a bit painful to do, but okay. I have to copy this again. So these are 1, 2, and 3. There is male, female, neutral, bone, bone, and bone. Okay, done. Another one. Compare no case. We have 2, 1 here. Oops. 1 here and 1 here. We have to copy this here and this here. And this and this. Okay. We did this. Now, are there more? Yes, there are more. There are always more. No repeats. Yeah, this is all the quest parser, by the way. It's doing all the logic of the quest parser is exactly here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we remove this. Now there are some exchanges, like here is the quest where he asks you to exchange money in-game currency, right? And maybe we can just do it differently in the future. We can just I don't know, simplify the messages, do it with replication. Maybe it's not the best idea to do it this way, but for now we do it this way. Okay. So we have some some weird functions here. We have some get int 1. I don't think I ever converted this. No, I never converted this one. So for this one we should search the old code and see exactly what it does, because we never did it. So get int, this function, we have to check what this function does. It works on a word array. It is basically getting okay, it's just getting the given word and then it's converting to an integer. So it's fine. So we can say that word array get int. Word array, do we have word array? Yes, we have word array. I've seen it before, right? Word array, let's go here and search word array. I don't think it exists, right? But here, basically, do we put it at the bottom? Where do we put it? No, let's put it here. So our word array dot get int something, right? is converted to like the get, so it's getting that particular number, so it's just considering now it is an array, it's just converted to my array of 1, and then I need to convert the wait a second, I need to convert I need to convert I need to convert what? I need to convert the, sorry, I got distracted again. Yeah, I have to search the A2E. A2E, which exists only in also here. So f string, fc string A2E of the actual. Okay, so is this. So it will become something like A2E of my array of 1. Okay, so that is the thing. So this is how we have to convert it, and it's returning that. So if we have words, right, then this will become words A2E of 1. What is doing here? I don't know what the code is doing here. It's checking if the first word is different from 0. Ah, yes, because it's the money that you are giving to the people. Okay, so I think it's correct. So this one is the same for each. Why doesn't like this? No suitable conversion from f string to const teacher pointer. Why? Because A2E requires a teacher pointer. Okay. I just need to do this. Okay, so let me do this here as well. I think that is good, and this is another new conversion that we find out. So all of this we have to put instead of this, right? So everything I find this, I can put this. Let me check. Words getting of 1. Yeah, I don't know why we are doing this continuously. I mean, we are doing this conversion like 5,000 times, which seems pretty stupid to me. Why we are doing this so much? Words get in, words get in, words get in, words get in, words get in. We do the same thing 100 times. So let's just change it, please. Let's call it amount. And then just put amount. Right? Why we should do it 20 times? I mean, we are not changing the array anyway during the, so amount, yes, it is always amount. Okay, now there are more here, because there are some which are words get tail. What the hell is get tail? Get tail too, so it's like getting the next to last is possible. Let me just check this get tail. So get tail on word array, because we are inside word array, right? Yes. Get tail is doing returns all the words starting at a given word. Oh my god. Why is this? Okay, so it's basically cutting off the first word, and that is what it's doing, right? That is what it's doing. So it's like words get tail too, compare no case. But it's one word only, so I think all this get tail, we just change it to words of two. Right? I don't know why it's get tail. I don't understand why is get tail if it's just taking from that particular word up and then it's comparing it with this. Why sometimes it's get, why sometimes it's get tail? I don't understand. Like octa is not get tail. I don't know. I think it's a mistake. And if it's not a mistake, we will find out very soon when we try to test the code. But it doesn't make any sense to me. So this should be just get. Why doesn't like my compare no case? Ah, yes, because in compare no case we still have to convert. Yes. Okay. These are the ones that we didn't want to do because they were more complex, and so we left them to the end. Words get count is words num. Okay. Yes, the compare no case. Now we need to change, like we said, we need to change to this thing, comparing to 0. So it has to be this, this, and this. Now I have to move this here, this here, this here. Anyway, with my conversion sheet is very good, huh? This conversion thingy, so I can just read and convert continuously. Not much I have to do, it's just okay. Now the problem is that it's not done yet because, well, depends if it is equally yeah, I think it should work. I think it's okay. It just takes this. Okay. This piece is fine. We still have this get tail 3, which is basically getting from 3 up. Faction name amount, because the faction name I think could be multiple words. That's the problem. Hello, whoever joined. Hi, Vanolan. We are 9 people now. I don't know how 9 people can sustain this, but thank you for staying. Thank you for keeping this burden, for bringing this burden forward with me, which is the freaking conversion of this class. So what else do? We do format. It's so strange though, because we have append, format, something. There is a very strange, like, why we need to do this? Append, empty string, format something. I don't know. I think it's just the same as append format, right? Anyway, I'm just saying. So the way to do it is just to take a string and say that is equal to, take a string that is equal to this. Yes, this is equal to this. So I think we can do the same here, and is equal to this. Now the problem of our appends is, like I said, they are all bad because we have to assign it back to the function. So we have to do a round of check in this file if all the append are actually. We should remember that, huh? We should remember that. If we miss it, there will be a problem. Hello, Jet. What Jet? I don't know, I cannot pronounce your name. I will call you Jet. Hello, Jet. How are you? So we said that the getInt, we just did it. The getInt are fc string of this. Wow. GetInt start. So let's try to find all the getInt remaining. So we fix them all. My array of 1. Okay. So getInt of start becomes this. So it's words, is words of start. Okay. So the same here. GetInt of item start is slightly different. GetInt of item start. If I copy paste one of those things, wrongly, it would take us a lot to debug then the issue, right? If it's still a valid line, but it's not exactly what we need, it become like crazy. Item start, words getInt, item start. Why we do this like a million times again? We do this like 1, 2, 3, 4 times using the same syntax. I don't like this. Inside a format. Let's do. What is this, by the way? Is the count, right? The count of the items? No. Is getInt of item start? I have no idea what is it. Let's call it value. Hopefully doesn't mess up with anything else above. So this is value. That is value. That is value. That is value. Right? Then we have this weird format thingy that we fixed above. So f string, f text. I have to be so careful not to do a mess when I copy paste this stuff. I have to be so careful, boys, so careful. Value is an int, so I can avoid escaping it. Okay. There is another words getInt here. There is another words getInt of index plus plus. That's fine. I think we can just do this. Just do words index plus plus. No, plus plus index. Plus plus index. Okay. Okay. This one we did. How many errors we have? Oh my god, we are working since like half an hour or 1 hour. How much time? And it's still completely red on the right side. I mean, it's getting better, but it's still not done. You know, there is an error one here. Why there is still an error one? I think we skipped this for some reason. Okay. I would like to see some. Yeah, there are some small areas here that are not red. Very small, but there are a few. Okay, so let's see find string. There seems there are a lot of this find string. Find string. Find string is find in Unreal. Well, this is not very hard. So I think we can just do a mass substitution of dot find string with dot find. I think we can just do it without thinking too much. Assuming that, yeah, we could probably find a character, because in this case it's only a character. Maybe there is a simpler way, but no, sorry, it's not a character, it's 2 characters. Okay, forget about it. Like here is like a single character, so maybe we could have done it differently. Okay, slice. We had all the slices which were simple if there was only one number, but if it's 2 numbers, so the first is 0 becomes a left, If is A and B, it becomes a mid. I think we assume it's a mid all the time here because it start plus whatever. So let's do a substitution of this with dot mid, and we this one I think we have to check one by one. Just I don't want to do a mess on this. So if is a 0 something, we said is a left. So this one actually should become a left. If is wait a second. Zero 5 left of this cannot become a left because we have no. Wait. It has to become a mid because this is a function, right? So I cannot do left. Okay, so this one is definitely a mid. This one is a mid. This one is a mid. This one is a mid. Yes, this one is a mid. This one is a 0 on X, so this one is a left. Probably it's the same. I don't know, I just follow my book. This one is a mid, this one is a mid, this one is a mid, this one is a mid. We do so much slicing. But you know, we don't do this at runtime. We do this only at startup time. And then we put all the quests parsed into our own kind of meta language, which is much easier to, well, it's not a meta language, it's just the classes, let's say C++ classes that are parsing this, and is fast. And then it's fast. I mean, it's not super fast, but it's not bad either. 13, 12, 5, 7. What is this? Okay, this is still a mid. There is a left. No, this cannot be a left. It's a left only if you have a number, man. You didn't get it yet? It's a left only if you have a single number. No, yeah. I mean, it's a left, but I have to remove the 0. It's a left, but I have to remove the 0. Guys, why you're not telling me things? Like here, I can do this, but I need to do left and then this. Right? This is what I have to do. Slice is a mid, this is a mid. Okay, so I think we did a bit of a mess on 2 of them. So let me go back and check. If I search mid, yes, this one can be a left if we remove this one. And let me just check if I have any other 0. Middle, I think I left another one. No? Yes, this one. All the others should be okay. Wow. This conversion, boys. This conversion. Okay. Down case. Down case is too lower, I think. Too lower. Yeah, too lower. So we can take this and say dot down case, dot to lower. We can substitute everywhere. There's 3 of them. Okay. Why no switch? I don't know. I'm in a mode now that I'm just executing my book. You know, I have the book of conversion, which is this web page, which I already did all the reasoning on. So every time I added a line here, I did all the reasoning of why I should do it, and I hope I didn't do too many mistakes. And so basically, I'm now just executing like a monkey. So I'm not even reading the code. Well, I'm reading the code a bit, but not really much. I'm just executing the conversion without thinking about it, which is a bit scary if you want. But if the conversion table is right, we have nothing to fear. If the conversion table is bad, then obviously we have a lot to fear. But yeah, but let's assume it's okay for now. So format, we have a lot of formats. So format, basically we have to assign to the string, that's the most important piece, and then we have to do this. Okay, it's not too bad. It's just that we have to say command equal to boom, right? And then we have to close the parentheses. Well, there is a bit of manipulation. There is a bit of manipulation. There is this and this. But now if all these are command, we can just copy this one and we go a bit quicker, right? These are all command. So we can just do boom, 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 and boom. And then we can close, and then all the strings we have to escape. There is a length, there is a type, there is a both, I don't know what is that. Magic name is an F string for sure. F string. Okay, nice. Now there is again command, so we can do this again here and here. Boom and boom. Close this, gender is an F string, escape, and go. We opened a bit of the red. We opened a bit of the red here on the right side. There is a bit of red, of not red. There is a bit of an empty space. Simin, I have no idea what is it. Simin, did I convert it already? I did. So Simin A of B is equal to A minus B, then A or B. Pretty cool. So there is the Simin. Wow. So wait a second. So I have to do if this minor than this. Temp find category. I don't know if this find is if this minor than this, then this is a bit of a pity because we do the search twice this way, but I don't know. Do you think we should change it? Do you have any willingness to change it? Because I mean, we do the search twice. I mean, we have one additional search, one additional find in this thing. But again, considering it's all done at server startup only, I think I don't care, right? If our server startup takes 1 millisecond more for this find, I think it's fine. If it was a runtime, I think I would change that. But being at server startup, who cares? Delete that. Okay, let's search the. No, we were searching something else. We were searching the csmin. Let's see if there is any other csmin. So we do them all. In case the comparison above. Okay. There are no other csmin, which is a good news because I don't like them. Let's see the delete all. Delete at subcommand. So this is an F string. I want to delete between two. I have to change it with remove at. Well, this one is not bad. This one is pretty easy, right? Could have been worse. Why doesn't like it? Expression must have a class type. I mean, there is a subcommand. Where is this subcommand coming from? It's just a string subcommand. Why you want me to do the pointer thingy? I mean, I can, but I'm just wondering why it was a pointer before and now it's not. Oh my god, I did the entire solution. Line 640 as a left. Okay, I think I went through it. Thank you. I've seen it too late. I think I've seen it too late, my friend. Seen it too late. Item graphics, foreign documents, find. So why? This was a CS string. Now it's an F string. So why is complaining on me? He wants this. Why he wants this? No, it doesn't know. He wants. I don't understand what is his problem. I don't understand what is his problem. Remove at. He's saying that. Remove at. Remove at. He's saying that. I don't know. I don't know what he's saying. He's taking two integer. So maybe he's complaining about trim. Maybe he's complaining about trim. Yes, it is. He's complaining about trim because the remove at is actually returning void. So why I'm trimming something that I'm removing? That's very interesting. What was the delete at doing? Delete at 06. Oh my god, we have another one that is returning the string. Oh my god. There is another big error, boys. Remove at, delete at is not, delete at is changing the string in place or not? It seems to be returning the string. Delete the range of character from the string. Reference to itself. No, it does it in place. It does it in place, but it also returns the string. Okay, it's a bit better. So we are not completely fucked. It does it in place. Does the remove at do it in place though? If it doesn't do it in place, we have a problem. Remove at, please. Remove at. Do it in place. Yes, remove at does it in place. Okay, so we are fine. So there is no point in trimming this. Okay, anyway. No, or bad. No, sorry. There is a point. We have to do it after this, right? After this, if there is a trim, we have to do it in the next line because trim is equal to what? Trim is equal to, I don't have it, but I guess trim is equal to trim. So I have to do it in the next line. There is no other way, right? So I have to do item prefix dot trim. Okay. Trim does it in place, I hope. Is returning the string. Holy shit. Virtual void trim. Okay, it's very virtual and it's very void, but can you tell me if it does it in place? Not memory base, F string. Come on. Whoa, what is this? F string trim. Trim removes white space decline from the front of the string, returns the F string, so I think it doesn't do it in place. Oh my god. So all our trims are bad. Because we have to return. It's not clear though, because F string trim, but I guess, if it returns it, means that it doesn't do it in place, right? What we said in our manual, in our conversion guide. We didn't say this. Ltrim, I think Ltrim is doing the same. I think we may have a small issue here. We may have a small issue that our data is not trimmed. I don't like this, but anyway. Ltrim. Why Ltrim doesn't exist? Come on. I have it in my my conversion file, right? Ah no, I just said trim. Yeah, trim and trim trailing. The other one is trim trailing, but I think that both of these functions, unfortunately, let me try trim trailing a second and see if I can inspect the code. Peak definition, there it is. Trim trailing, what does it do? In position, position length, while position greater than 0. Check if it's a white space. If it's a white space, this position it breaks. Position minus minus. Pointer to this equal of left. No, actually, is modifying the string, right? Is modifying the string, and is always also returning it, but is modifying the string. So I think we are fine. I think we are fine actually, because it's doing right. It's doing this pointer equal to right of whatever, so he's assigning it back to himself, right? So I think it's doing in place. Plus, is also returning it. Okay, okay. We are safe. We are safe. So you see, my manual was correct. So if this is the case, every time we have the remove and the trim, we have just to add this new line with item prefix. I mean, it's okay. It's a bit annoying to do it manually, but it's fine. So let's go back to our, what was it? Delete that. Yeah, they are all like this. They are all like this. So they become all remove at. Maybe we can do one pass of all the remove and delete, and then we do, right? So we do it quicker. All the delete at becomes remove at. So dot delete at becomes dot remove at, and then we fix the trim later. Otherwise, it takes me too much time. So replace. I mean, we're assuming those are strings, right? These one should all be strings and not arrays or other things. Like this params is a string, yes, okay, done. Now for the trim we will get this error, but it's fine. We do script.trim. Where are the other trims? Come on. The mid is returning it, so I think it's fine, but the deleted is not. So also this push it doesn't like. I don't know. Trim, there are too many. I remove it. There it is. Found one. Sub command dot trim. I think we can just check the errors later. There are too many. We cannot, we cannot do it. So we cannot. I mean, it takes too much time to do it one by one. So let's go for format. Let's finish the dot format. Okay, dot format. There are a lot, and I think can give us a good satisfaction in case we fix them all. We remove a lot of red. So dot format, it becomes an assignment. Okay, with f string text. So I need to do this equal to this. These two are f strings for sure, so I need to escape these two. I think if any Unreal Engine guy actually joins, it will be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Right? So what is this guy doing? Why? What is all this code that he's trying to port? Well, the point is that we are trying to port some code that we built with another engine, and we are trying to make it compatible with Unreal. And believe it or not, is actually possible. is actually possible. It just requires a crazy guy like me to try to do it. But apart from that, it works. Okay, so command equal to this, close this. There is a boolean, there is an f string, so we escape it. This one we do equal format, dun dun dun. Inventory is a boolean, item name again is a string. We are creating all these messages now. We are creating. Just thinking. Anyway, no, I should not think. If I think now, we will not go at the end of this conversion. So we need to convert it, and then we will think later. Because actually there is a chance that what I'm doing now is a bit stupid, at least in some cases, you know, because in some cases we could decide to change, you know, to change this to a parameter or something else. I mean, not to, but I cannot think about it. I think we should port it, and then when it's ported and working exactly as it was working before, we can think if we want to change it. It is the only way. It is the only way. Otherwise, if I try to do the conversion and the change of logic at the same time, it will become a real mess, because I will not be able to know if the errors I'm getting are for the conversion or for the logic or for whatever, right? So I want to convert, test, ensure that we get the same functionality, and then after that, then only after that, start to improve the logic if we want to, if it's needed. And also remember that all these quests, we have more than 300 quests in game. I don't know even how many. I mean, they were like 300 and something some time ago, but now maybe they're even more than that. And we don't want to trash that, right? We want to really reuse. I mean, exactly the same quest. So last error format equal to this. We want to reuse exactly everything that we did. Line number and block. Block is a string. Okay. Quest name. These formats are so many, but this means that we are removing a lot of errors, you know. Ouch. We are removing a lot of errors. So after this pass, maybe we will have less errors for sure. So this, just change the text. There is a string, so we have to escape it. Let's go. Format, last error. Boom. I have to close this. So many of this. So many. Get name. So if quest, what is this thing doing? Quest, then get name, if not KA, if not okay, I think I understand what it's doing, so I just have to escape these two. Assuming get name is returning an f string. You cannot convert to this. Why? If this is not null, you take this string, right? Otherwise, you take this one. It doesn't seem complex. Right? Doesn't seem complex to me. So why you are complaining, boy? Okay, you wanted the text. Okay, you got the text. Okay, equal to crap. No, we had wrong copy paste. Equal to this and this. And here I think it's the same. You want text because you want to convert it to freaking something else. In main quest, yes, okay. Then this equal to this. Oh my god, it's so painful. I'm getting crazy doing this. I'm getting crazy. it's, it's so painful to do this for so many lines. But you are with me, right? You are with me. Line number. So there are so many last errors. How many errors you want to have in this game? This game is full of errors, boys. Okay. Wow. These are basically all the possible errors that you get when you're parsing a quest. You have an empty quest node, you have an empty something, you have an empty, you have a missing thing. There are freaking 1 million. There are 1 million. I think they are winning. They are winning. Block is a string, has to be escaped. Oh yeah, okay. They change. At least it's no more last error. At least we changed the thing. There is a string, there is a step count, so should be fine. Where are we? We are in the middle of the file. Ah, there are still so many. Okay. Close this. OP. What the fuck is OP? OP is a string, right? For sure. We said it's a string. Yes, it's a string. I can just check here if it's percentage s, it's obviously a string. So I don't know why I'm asking this question. Okay. Main quest, get name. Let's go. Last error again, and then success. Okay. It is interesting. Last error equals success. I mean, there have been no last error, so it's the success. Oh. Format of this, format of that. We can do this. We can do this. Don't worry. Just go to take a coffee. When you are back, I will be dead, or we have done this. And I guess we will have done this. Equal to. There are so many of these errors. So many. We are at line 1300. How many lines this file has, please? Still a lot, huh? Okay. Last error equal to this. I'm getting quicker though, huh? I think we are improving our speed at fixing those. It is equal to this. Success and close. I hope no one watched this VOD back. I hope no one spends the time to watch this recording, because it's like, what is this guy's doing? First is a string, yes, first is a string. Now we complain about ID and name, I already know, because he wants the text, right? No, I'm not complaining. Why am I not complaining this time? Because it is an int. I don't know, what's the difference? I don't understand. Select format. Exactly the same. Okay, here at least we are doing some database query. 2f strings. This freaking file is tough. You know, this file is this quest manager. Boys, I can tell people I converted quest manager. They will be proud of me. Quest manager is freaking tough. ToString, I don't think it exists anymore. It does? Okay, it does. Because it's a custom class. Okay. Item name is a string for sure. What is this? Task entry, entry text. We don't think about it. It's fun. Get task is a string. Get task is a string. Okay. Temp format. All this thing. Image. Image is a string. Image is a string. ID. Okay. So these three I have to escape. Come on! We finished all the formats. Oh my god. There were so millions. Whoever joined, people number 8, I'm sorry for you. Okay. We still have some errors, but they start to be less. If you look at the right side, they start to be less. Let's see if we find any others that are very repeated, right? By chance, there is this get tail. This get tail is a bit annoying. This get, what is this get? It's an array. We still have get. I think I changed them all, no? I didn't. Okay. There are still some get. There is a word get count. This is an array, so it should be num. Get count should be num. Doesn't like this find. I don't want to look at it now. Words get words. I don't want to do it now. This one is annoying. I'm only doing the easy stuff. The hard stuff I need a small pause after the freaking format. Too many arguments, yes, because I have to remove the 0. PS split. PS split is interesting. Do you want to do PS split now? Maybe not. Quest name. Okay, all these functions just have to be converted to F strings, because at the moment these are all working on so cache manager. Did we port cache manager? For sure we ported cache manager. If we didn't port cache manager, nothing would work, right? Yes, so cache manager is ported, but we need to change all this to F strings now that we have properly converted this. So many of these functions will have, there are not many errors here, huh? You see, all this code is fine. Yeah, there are still some errors here. Words get count, all this is num. Num. Words get float. Okay, let's do this. Words get float is like the get int that we did before, right? It's like that one, just that instead of an int, we need float. So no, wait a second. We have to go to the other section. This section. Functions. Okay. Functions on other types. You see, this is pretty hard work, by the way. So word array get float. Word array get float of what? Like of 2. Okay. Let's say of 1, which is the same as above. So it's the same. The difference is that instead of A to E, we do A to F, I guess. Is there an A to F? Yes, A to F. A to F. Okay. A to F, F string of this. F string of this. Word get float of 2. So we need to do, my array is words and my number is 2. Okay. So we have to do the same here, just with number 3. block list is an array. Block list. That is again an f-string thing, so const char pointer f-string, and we need to search this one in quest manager and do the same. No? What? Add dynamic quest. What? Ah, it's inside. Yeah, sorry, it's easy. Where is it? Yeah, we're doing this. I was working on the wrong file. Actually. Okay, so it's here. Okay, it's here. Boom. There's still a lot to do here. Common output, no main quest for quest script with quest ID. I think there is an error, right? There is a pretty big error, so we should do ulog. Come on. Error text. This one is our boy. With the difference that I want a log quest instead of a log error. Quest ID is fine. There are still a few substrings. Wow, there was a debug 6. We searched up to debug 5, I think, and we were saying it was good. Current NPC is an f string, boom, response text, file path, I don't know, something like this. Add response. So current NPC is an f string, that's response request. Response, I think here we have the same issue, just there is a const char, so we have to remove this, make it an f string. There is an NPC response, huh? This may have an impact on. No, I don't think it does. I don't think it has an impact on the other class. I think it doesn't. I think it doesn't because the other one is NPC dialog is a separate class, so it should be fine. We should do the same with add trigger because we will just find it in 1 second, so let's just do it. There it is. Okay, now it's not finding it because I changed the. Nah, boy. Okay. I have to search it. Trigger, please. So what this class is doing, just for your information, if any of you is still listening, this class is basically taking quest script, right, in the form of a text with all the information, and is adding all the triggers and responses inside the brain of our NPCs, right? So that our NPCs are able to answer not only to hello and greetings and bye-bye, but also to the quests triggers based on prerequisites, based on everything else that we have in the game. So I think this thing is already working on the prerequisites as well, right, in this class. I mean, it's 2,000 lines, but these 2,000 lines are tough. Tough 2,000 lines. Okay. We did this. There are still a few. There is some find it doesn't like. Why there is some find? We will search it later. I don't want to do it now. String compare case. String compare case is not anymore like this. String compare case. Ah! I cannot do it because block is now an F string, right? Should I just convert it to... Yes, I think I should. Come on. I think it's easier. I don't want to think too much. You don't like it? String n case compare is undefined. String n care compare is undefined. I remember we did long time ago. String n case compare. Isn't this the same one as this one? So what's the difference? String n case compare. It's the same as this one, boy. Why you don't like it? So this one you like, the other one you don't. Come on. No, you don't like this one as well. Just you're not telling me. I remember I did a number of macro functions for these ones a long time ago. I think they were inside PS Unreal. Yes, here it is. But I didn't do the string and case compare. I didn't do the n one. Why I didn't? Maybe because no one was using it? Could be. So what does the string and case compare something? What does it do? First of all, is it the standard? Is it a standard thing? No, there is a define. There is a define which says that string and case compare is equal to string and I compare. Okay, much clearer now, huh? It's much clearer. But it's pointing to the same function. No, it's pointing to another function. Okay. I have to understand what it does before I can convert it. So it's in Italian because the Microsoft for some reason knows some Italian and so it's giving me the Italian thing. So okay. So it's not doing case comparison, and is using count to decide how many characters you want to compare. Oh my god, why we need this? Why do we need this? So it's comparing the first 5 characters, case insensitive. Okay, boys. Okay. Why not just do a left chop and then compare? But anyway. So expression 1, expression 2. Well, we have something like this in string and compare f. Isn't this the same as this one? What is the difference? Yeah, it's the same as this one. A bit confused why we had a string and compare f. because in some cases I was using a character pointer. Oh my god, why I need to do this? Why I need to do this? Tell me. Um, no, I think it's like this. I mean, it's the same as the other one, with the difference that we are taking char strings. I mean, char pointers. But I don't know. I think it's okay. If it's not okay, we will debug it. But I think it's fine. So now we have a definition for this, so you should not complain anymore about this one. And he wants to have, but we have, the problem is that we have, no, it's not working like this. The problem is that we have an f string as a first parameter. Why don't I don't just use this and fuck it, right? Why I have to keep this thing in my code? Why I have to keep this thing in my code? Tell me. I have no idea why I have to keep this. So let's remove it. So we will do an f string compare, which is taking as parameters. I think we will have to change some of them anyway, because it's keeping that garbage of macro redefinition is so hard to read. It's so hard to read. String compare is taking wildchar count or ncchar count. Okay, so ncchar in this case is like this, and this is text, right? And then it will work without any freaking macro. You like it? Yeah, I think he likes it. He just not, he didn't think about it yet, but IntelliSense is slowly understanding what we are saying. So I think we should just do it like this. Why I need all these freaking macros? It's much more complex with the macros as headache for nothing. Okay, so we will do like this. You see? He likes it. Now here we have a string char. You have a string char of something which doesn't exist in new Unreal, and probably it exists here, which was what? Is another declaration? No, this one seems to be a standard class of some basic Visual Studio thing. Okay. So it's a standard string char, but I think if we can do it, I don't know why we don't have it, but if we can use a standard Unreal one, I would prefer, right? I would prefer if we can use a standard Unreal one. How do I, let's try to search this. Unfortunately not. Okay, there is a string char on f string, or where? On tc string. No, but on tc string I don't like it too much. Can we have it on this guy? S string char. Perfect. Exactly what I needed. This one is taking as usual the thing and a char and a character. Okay. Fine. This is again a string and CMP. This is the same one, right? String and CMPF. I'm getting crazy with these things. It's the same way we had before. I think it's the same we had before, right? So I can just convert it as it was. Getting crazy with these things. No, there was a string and case compare. That was case compare, which we have. No case compare. Yeah, but no case compare is correct. It's this one. It's this one. It's this one. It's this one. No case. Compare no case. It's exactly the same name. So I think for all this one we just have to add FC string at the beginning, and then we find our thing. You know. So they already did it this way. So for Unreal Engine, all those basic function has been wrapped into pre-existing functions. Right? So that's fine. String and case compare is exactly this one. With the difference that this one is a case. Who cares about a case if it's a freaking dash? Who cares about a case if it's a thingy? Right? This is no case. This is case. Just trying to understand if there is any description of these things, but unfortunately, anyway, for now we assume they works, and I will just tell the people doing quest that if they find any issue in parsing, or we will see if something doesn't parse properly because we have a case wrong, we will fix these functions. Okay, but I don't want to go too deep into this because I think it's fine, because it's taking too much time, and it's easier to just test it than just go through each of these and see if we have to, you know. I think there will be a lot of those because these are all the blocks. These are all the blocks. Oh, there is another debug 6. Wow. Starting to be late. Starting to be late. Unfortunately. I wanted to finish this class today, but seems to be harder than I thought. I mean, we did a lot of progress. You see the red dots on the right side? Quite less, but still not zero, unfortunately. Not zero. Not zero. These ones are easy. All the get, you just have to. There are some air trim, some input items, some tags, some get count. Can we try to get all the get counts if there are more? Get counts, maybe there are more. No, there are no more. Okay. The get int we have seen before. Get int of 0. we have to convert it this way with this thing. Words get int of 0. Words get int of 0. Was that? Yes. What's left? There's not much left, but there is a find it doesn't like. What is this find? Why is not liking this? Find no instance or other function. Find match the argument list. Const. So this find. What is this find taking? Is taking an f string or is taking a teacher pointer. So yes, we need the text as usual again. We need text. So all the find like this. Sorry, we need a text and then what? No. Wait. This one I think we have to change. Yeah, we need to put. Oh, so find is okay, search okay, but then we need to put this in your case, right? So this position, find string in position. No, why he complains about this? Because position is at the end, right? Position is at the end. Yes. I have to put into it the ignore case, otherwise, and also the search from there, whatever. I have to put into this thing this. Okay. You would say why? I would say I don't know, but I tested it already. So all the dot find, I think we can change them that way and should be fine as long as they have, yes, like this one. If they have a start, you have to put this in the middle of it. Okay, so yes, like this one. Well, this one starts from 0, so what's the point? But still, also this one. Also, no, this one not. Also this one. Also this one. This I did. Okay, I think we did them all. We did all the finds. Okay, nice. Still complaining? Oh fuck. This was one. Was an array. So in this one, find an array starting from a certain position. Really? Find dot. Do we have a dot find on array? I don't think we do. Let me check. We don't. We never did this. So there is a find of a certain word starting from starting from something. Okay. That's the beauty of having, of having an engine. We had an engine in which we started to add, and at the end you had like 3 millions. Oh, I cannot find this thing. I'm in Quest Manager, right? I'm in Quest Manager. Why I cannot find that? Okay. So if I go below here, there should be an else and if. and then is this one, is this line, that for some reason is find string, or I don't know, it was actually a find string that for some reason we changed to find because we did a mistake. So there is a find string on array. Do I have it? Find string on array. No, I don't have it. We never converted this piece, unfortunately. So find string. Let me see what this thing does. There is no comment. Is in word array. Is inside the PlaneShift class. So it's a kind of a function that we created. Not very proud of it, but anyway, we created it. So we need to see what does this thing do. It's just iterating on the word array, and if it's just starting from the start, obviously, and it's searching for, okay, I can move this to our utility class. We have actually a utility class here that we use to move all those kind of weird functions that we had in the past, and I couldn't convert easily to something else, so I think we can put it here, right? Yeah, let's put it here. I think we can let's put it here. This will be taken from I think it's the same thing, common utils. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. It's taken from the same place, and the difference is that instead of working on so he has an f string as an input, he has a start, he has an f string as an input, he has a start. I need to pass in a t array, right? A t array of strings, of f strings, in our string, in our start, and then I can do start, I can do, sorry, t array, I call it in array, otherwise I think it complains because it's a in array. You can say in array dot num, and we cycle on this thing. We cycle starting from the start, and if we get in array of I equal to string, but it should be like this, right? Doesn't like me. Why doesn't like me? Come on, you can do it. IntelliSense, you can do it. What do you want? Please. Okay, I did it. Equals to string, then return 9. Okay, I think we can do like this. Size d not found. I think it doesn't exist. Size d not found. Does it exist? I think it should be -1, right? Anyway, so we can put in our conversion the fact that if we have an array and we are doing a cs array dot find string of whatever it was, which I don't remember. Find string of something, and then position, then start. This becomes our string utils. So we can go here and say that is what is the name of this class? Is string utils. So it becomes string utils dot find string of this. No, I need to pass in my array, which is words, right? Okay. Are we working on con string, whatever? Okay, should be okay. Now, not 100% sure, but should be okay. So I think we can save this. Okay. Okay. Then we can save this. We have to test it because I'm not 100% sure that it's proper, but non-static member reference must be related to a specific object. What it doesn't like? Non-static member reference must be related to a specific object. What? Okay. I didn't declare it as static. Okay. Yes, because if you call it like this, it has to be declared as static. Okay. Let's see what other errors we have. Let me just check one thing. Okay. Is IntelliSense thinking or what? I need to have an errors list, please. Okay. Error list arrived. Okay, this one is fine. We still have this get words. This get words, I have no idea what is it. This get words. What is this get words? Why we have so many functions? So many weird functions. Word array. So this is another weird function we don't have in Unreal. So get words. What is this thing doing? Gets all the words from start word to end word. Okay, man. Okay. Really? Do we need this? And it's returning it as a string. Okay, so it's like cutting off. Okay, it's like. Okay, for us will be so. What is concatenating, right? Because you cannot do. Yeah, it's concatenating all the strings of a T array. I think also this one we have to move to our class. I don't want to change the logic now, so I think that we need to do the same. I think we have to do the same. So I will just copy this function, port it to our utils class, and call it the same way. I think we cannot do different. So static f string. There is an f string. There is an f string. Returns an f string. It gets the two sides. Okay. is called get words, which seems to be okay. This const, I don't know why it doesn't like it. Compiled anyway, but okay. So here we need to find the difference is that we need to pass in again our in array because we don't have it there, so we need an in array, and here we need our in array dot num, and here we need our in array dot num as well, and here instead of get we need our in array start word, and then here we need our in array current num word. Okay, so this one should be ported as well. This one should be ported as well, so whenever we find I think it's only one place in the whole code, but anyway, whenever we find a csarray dot get words, csarray dot get words, which is taking two integer like from 2 to 5, then we have to translate it as string utils get words of words 2 to 5. Okay, fine. So we can now use this hopefully, and here will be string utils get words start and end. Okay, so we maintain exactly the same logic. It's not great, but I think it's what we have to do. We still have a few get ints, which we know the translation, which is this words and start. Words and start. The same here. Words and start. Okay. Okay. This area of the code is pretty clean, but there are still few things. Parse response script. This is probably taking. Yes. Also, this one we have to change. This one is going to impact if we change it to f-string, because npc response is used by other classes. Okay, so for sake of simplicity, let's do this, just because I don't want to go back and check the impact on all the other classes. That's fine, just we convert it to, even if we do a double conversion, who cares. This string no case compare, we fixed it already before. Why we still have a number of those? I think we went through all of them. No, we didn't. So string no compare, yes, I think we can substitute. Let's do this. Let's substitute all of this with this. Even if then I have to add text. So it's not automatic because I have to add text to each of this things. Unfortunately, it's a bit annoying. Or I do it in two passes. I don't know what is quicker, but or I do it in two passes, or we just do it like this, one by one. I think there are 1.5 millions of this in this file, because there are all the comparisons that we do. Yes, there are 1 million of this. I mean, we can do it massively like this, but I think I can take this piece. Okay. Then we have to escape all the blocks. And then we have just to close the parentheses on all of this. Right? I hope so. Why is not liking my block? No, he will like it. It's just he didn't parse it yet, but it's okay. I think all of this is okay. He just didn't parse the file yet. I think there are a million of this string compare anyway. 1 million. 1 million string compare. Let's do all of them. Okay, let's do all of them. So I think we will clear out like a ton of errors just by doing all of this. Yeah, there are a million. I think the majority of the errors left potentially are this. The majority of the errors left, I think, are this thing. Ah. Okay. Wow, there are so many. Basically, all the comparisons, all the comparisons, and we have a lot. Maybe one day we have to think if all this conversion, text, not text, pointer, whatever, is actually a good idea or not, right? Because I don't know if those things are super slow or quick or whatever. So I have no idea if all these text comparison are quick or slow or whatever. But again, all of this is done only at server start. Look at how many there are. Millions. I think that's why I created the macro, right? I didn't want to go through this. That is why I did the macro the last time. I didn't want to do this, but it's okay. We do it. Okay. You just have to close the parentheses and escape all the blocks. Okay. Anyway, if that's not the right function, because it's whatever, uppercase, lowercase, ignore case, I don't know, whatever it is, we will find out very soon, but it's not a major problem anyway. We can then just substitute this with something else, but at least now it's properly converted with the Unreal Engine kind of syntax, you know. There are still more, obviously. Okay. There are some split strings, some starts with. Maybe we can do the starts with. But first, I want to finish this string compare. How many there are? There are a million. I think it's full of these things everywhere. Boys and girls. I think there is a million of this everywhere. Fortunately for us. Okay. Another one here. Another one here. Okay. Finished. Okay. At least the string compare are all done. Okay, there were some starts with and find last and all of this thing is. I think we can go through this. So let's search the start with. I think the start with I should have done it already. Yes. Choose string response start with examine true response start with. There is just the case to be added if he has a true or not. Yes, if he has a true, we just have to add instead of true. We have to add this as right. So let's start from the beginning and let's search all the start with. So instead of this, we just put this one, and it should go. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't know how many there are, but all the ones we're gonna change. Okay, there were not too many, there were 3 or 4. Okay, nice. Then there are these find last. Find last. Do we have find last in our? We don't have it. We never did this find last. Anyway, I think it's just a search starting from the back, right? Let me check what is this find last. Find last. Go to declaration. It says find the last occurrence of a character in the string. Find the last occurrence of a character in the string. Yes. So it's just starting from the end. So do we have something similar in Unreal? So there is find last char. Yeah, I think I can use find last char, absolutely. Search the string for the last occurrence of a character. I think is exactly what we want here because it is a single character. Now hopefully find last char it also takes an integer which is what? Index out, no index out, index out the position the character was found at. Okay. So it puts the character there. Unfortunately, I think our find last with 2 parameters works differently. That is not nice. That is really not nice. So find last. So our CS string find last. Yes, what is using? It's just using usually a character like this. So this one we can change it to find last char. So all these ones are easy. The one with 2 parameters are a mess. And we will see what to do next. So this can be changed to find last char and it should work okay. Right? But there are some. So like this one, can all be changed to this. Now the problem is that is returning starts. Okay. So we have to do it like this. We have to do it like this, right? I'm just searching if there is another example that does something similar. I think he wants an int. I think it doesn't work with a size D. Yes. So okay, so we have to change slightly the code. Unfortunately, for this find last char, we have to change slightly the code. First, we need to make them int, and then we need to pass in the end. Okay. So find last char, find last. So this one should become int position and then comma position. I think that is the way. That is the way. We have a problem with the other type. So here should be the same. It should be an int, and this one should just go like this. Right. The same here. What? Wait. It is doing something different. Huh? This one is okay, but this one is having also an additional parameter. So start position of the reverse search. Oh my god. So we also have a starting position, so we can decide where to start. Really? We don't have this. We don't have this. We don't have this function, so or we cut off the string. Unfortunately, this one we don't have. It doesn't exist. At least for what I can see, it doesn't exist unless we do a find. Unless we do a, it doesn't exist. I mean, we don't have a find last. Let me search the find, because the find is very smart actually. So we can choose the direction. So we can start from the end. And you can search with the start position. So maybe we can do this. Okay, let's do this. So let's use this one. So if we find a function which is called find last, like this, is okay. If we find a function that is called find last and then start position, then we need to do an actual find, which is taking in this case is returning it. So in this case we have pos equal, right? So in this case we have skill name position equal to find of this thing. Then we need to put the case, which, okay, for us it's just ignore case, right? But then we have to put the direction, and the direction for us is, can you give me the thingy? No. Is the, instead from start we have from end. And then we can finally have the start position, which is this one. Okay, so in this case is the same as the previous code. I don't know why it doesn't like it, but I think it's correct. I don't know why it's giving me this small error. No instance of the function of string match the argument list. Char. Because the first one is a char. Okay. So we have to do it like this. Yeah, I mean we are searching a string instead of a char, but I think it's better than rewriting, writing back another function. So I think, yeah, it's much better like this than starting to do another new function ourselves. This one has been a bit tough to convert, I have to say. Are there any other errors which are doable? Here we are just missing this. Here there is a substring and a find first. Okay, let's try to do the substrings. How many substrings we have? 4 or 5. Okay, let's do the substrings. So substring depends on how it is. If he has 3 parameters, so we already did this. If he has 3 parameters, for us is mid. For us is a say segment. I don't understand too much. So if we have a string resp say segment, I was putting into this. Okay, so we have to do npc name equal. You have to do what? npc name equal to block dot mid of the 2 numbers. Okay. And here there is a find first, which actually is not a find first, but is a find char of position, which we have to do separately. Okay. There is find char, and it's putting this into position. Wow, boys, is pretty wild. This part of the code is a bit wild because all this string parsing, unfortunately, is not the same in Unreal, and so it's very painful to port. It's very painful. No instant or not function not mentioned after because we have what? Because we have a const char, right? Inside npc dialog. I think this one we can probably change, but for now, just to avoid working more than what we are already doing, let's do just a tchar2anssi of this and fuck it. Okay. They're just missing some escapes, and here we have a free. What is a free? We are releasing memory for that thing. Releasing memory. I think we are releasing memory. But who cares actually? Free, string based free. Okay. Freeze the memory located for the string. Okay. Following a calculus method invocation will get data operator counts with a terminal points. I think fstring takes care of us of this. So I don't think we need this line. Sorry, I think we need to just delete this line. This clears out the response whether this is successful. Yeah. I don't know why we are doing this free. I have no idea. I think we can comment it out, and we don't need it. Unless he wants to put it to. Are we using this later? He wants to put it to null, and then maybe does a check of null. Alright, substep require OP. actually, actually does it. So after this, it reuses the same variable. So I will put it to empty. I will put it to empty. I think it's a better idea, because if we just don't do it, we will continue to append. We just continue to append where we should not append. So free, I think we convert it to just my string equal to this. That's it. I think it's the best idea. I mean, I think it's the idea that comes to my mind now, which seems to be okay. Parse response script, we have the same issue. Let's do a t-chart to ANSI, and we don't care too much about it. What else? We have a big piece here without errors, huh? We have a big piece without errors. This one is the same thing. We have feature to ANSI of this. Maybe I should copy this because we will find a few. Then this part seems to be still very messed up. This part is still a lot. We were doing the substrings actually. We were doing the substring that I got distracted by something else. So the substrings were what? With 3 parameters. So we have 3 parameters, 1, 2, and 3. Yes. So we have to do the one that is inside. So the response equal to the one that is at the beginning, which is block dot substring of mid. No, sorry. Mid. What is it? Mid of this and that. Okay. Not too bad. Anyone still alive on the other side of the world? Anyone still alive? Is anyone still alive there? Because if you are still alive, boys, that's good. This was pretty rough, I have to say. It's pretty rough. Block, so I have to take response, I have to put it here, I have to do equal of mid of this thing. Again, I assume my logic is okay, so if it's not, okay, this should be fine. No one is still alive, huh? So response equal to this, mid of that. Okay. Now, what is this clear? Oh my god, we always have new function. Every 3 lines we have a freaking new function. Okay, clear is empty. Clear equals to empty. So that's easy to change. Assuming it's a string, obviously. Okay. We still have some find first. How many? 2 or 3. Find first. Find first, unfortunately, we have to declare the thingy. Okay, it is already like this. So it's called find char. It's called called find char and it's taking this here, but this has to be an int. Okay. It is called find char. Is there any left? No, but we still have a debug. We didn't do the debug 4, eh? So that's basically the point. We did debug up to 3 and then we gave up. For some reason. Boys, anyone still alive? Give me a signal. Give me a freaking signal. PS quest get name, the get name is a string, and this one I think would like to have text. Yes, as usual. When it's comparing through strings, then it needs this. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we did also define first. We did all define first. Now. You are alive. Very good. 2 people alive. Still standing through 2000 lines of C++ conversion. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Yes, it's been very painful to convert this class, I have to say, but it was expected. It was expected that this would have been freaking annoying, but it's okay. So we have few left. Format push. Format push, what is doing? It's pushing into a format of things. It's pushing into an array. Interesting. It's pushing into array what? What is formatted? Okay. So we need to do add of this. Okay, I understand. We need to do add of this. We need to do add of this. There is the format. We close the format. These are strings. We escape. Yeah. Hello, Marcel. Where are you coming from? What brought you here, Marcel? Some YouTube suggestion? I don't know, because YouTube sometimes is suggesting to people that are watching Unreal stuff this stream. Okay. So we don't have any more format. We have some truncate. Truncate, I think we did already a million times. Truncate 5 is left of 5. Right? There's only one. Truncate, there's only one. There is only one. Then what we have left? We have this PS split. PS split, I'm pretty interested in this PS split. What is this PS split? It's basically splitting into an array. Okay, so we have to declare our split target, which is bronze. Okay, then we do this. And we say target.parse into array. Target, what is target? Is this target.parse into array, and then we give it the thing we want to put the stuff in. And then we say text of something. Okay. Not exactly intuitive, I would say, but okay. Doesn't like it. It doesn't like it. I think it's because we need to do this. Yes. So this thing is not correct. Okay. Now it's correct. Hey, who joined? Whoever joined, welcome. If you want to chat, you can just register a Google account and then type in the chat whatever you want. It's always nice to have some interaction through these very tough times that we are going through. We are going through very tough times, I tell you. This is another PS split, so we did it 1 second ago, and it's exactly the same. PS split. So we have to declare our array. Yes. We have to get whatever we want to split, and then on this one do a parse into array, and then we need to pass in the TMP we want to put the stuff in, and then we have to do text of this thing. Right. Because this thing doesn't take no, it wants a teacher. Yeah, teacher pointer. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. That's the delimiter. So we do it this way. It's okay. Let's see if we have any other PS split. Yes, we have a few others. So we have this one. So we should do temp dot parse into array of array. No, of what? Yes, of array, and then this text of this thing. Okay. I think it's always a bad idea to call things array, but okay, we just did it this way for whatever reason. We have a debug to convert. We will do it now. Someone joined and just ran away instantly. I understand you. Even if you are not anymore here, I understand you. It's fine. We will go through this. We will definitely go through this. What is this add trigger complaining about? Is again the current NPC? I mean, I think it's everything, right? It wants only add trigger in DB. No, boys. It's not this. What? No. It's not this one. Come on. Back. Yeah. Right. He wants two. Yeah, so let's do again teacher to ANSI for now. Then maybe we'll change those functions later on, but that's fine. Who cares? About one simple conversion, eh? Well, we execute this code thousands of times, that's true, but it's getting a bit late. I don't have a lot of willingness to actually write a lot of code. We have all this quest reward message, quest info. So these ones I think is pretty easy. We just take take them sorry, from the old code, and what we do is to just temporarily park them into our parking lot class, which is gem.h. Our gem.h is a parking class where we put a lot of code that we will have to convert later on. So we're just placing stubs, you know, like empty thingies, and what we do, we just we don't need the toString, we don't need this. All the constructors can be empty, there is no need of that for now, and we just have to convert the CS string to F strings and we should be fine, right? There is one of them, and then there was another one. There were two, right? There was this one and then an info message. Also the info message we can take and we can copy in our stub in our empty class. It's fine. So we remove this, we remove this, we do this. This is fine. This is taking only const char. Okay. Okay, so now we have also those two messages, which is good. We have to check what other errors are left. I think there are still a few. Unfortunately, I really have to go now. I think we are past the time I wanted to go to bed. We did a lot of work, a lot of tough work today. Tough meaning annoying, but it had to be done. We went through it. I think we still have errors on this class, but there are very few left. I think this stream, I don't know if I want to keep this this live stream on, but I mean on YouTube is just very boring for anyone who will ever see it. But I don't know, maybe we can just keep it for ourselves. But you see, there are kind of few errors left, really few. Unfortunately, I'm really out of time. I'm really out of time, so I have to go. Trim trailing. I mean, we can just do maybe a few of those, but yeah. Where is this thing going? Parsite. It is in Quest Manager, so this one, since we use it only from here, we can just convert it. I think it's okay. I think it's more than okay. Parse item. Yeah, we use it only here, so we can just convert it. That's fine. And I don't know what else. Text. Okay. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the few people that are still alive. If you are not alive, it's not a problem. I will see you tomorrow. I think tomorrow I can stream. It really depends on a few things that I have to do. Quite important, but really thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.